Hi, Scorpio. This is your April monthly reading, which will be from April 1st to April 30th, 2020. For those of you who are new to my channel or you're just visiting, welcome to Amani's Lightwork. Okay, so before I begin bringing in your energy, I just want to say that I'll always be here for you guys. I just want you guys to know that everything will be okay. And I just, want to check up on you, make sure you're fine. If you do need any assistance anywhere in any area of your life, you know where to find me. Basically, if you need ideas about home remedies and health remedies, or anything in terms of work, and you just want general insight into your own personal life, you know where to find me. I'm always on Instagram at Amani Ife 777. You can also send me an email to ifadivination777 at gmail.com. You can also comment below my community section as well. If you need anything, do not hesitate to reach out. Okay. Yeah, so that's that. So let's see what energies, the world is still this world, everything is still oscillating. Okay, we're still living, we're still breathing. But let's see what energies are coming through for you. Okay. This I hear them talking kind of feeling. So you could be this could be a home environment. This could be, I also get a nurse. This could be a home environment. This could also be an interaction that you're having. This could be an interaction that you're having directly with a nurse, or but heard about it. So an interaction that you yourself could be having directly with a nurse, or this could be, you could be an onlooker. You could be in the outside looking in to observing a conversation between, I also get like a practitioner, some type of practitioner, or like someone that works in the medical field. It could be a nurse. Oh, I see. It could be a nurse practitioner that could be interacting with a nurse, or it could be a nurse. It could be a nurse practitioner interacting with a doctor. But cryptic conversation. So when I said that something is going on there with a cryptic conversation, so you may want to keep, I don't know, you in the hospital setting necessarily, or just know someone that is. You just know someone that is, but something's going on with being an onlooker to a cryptic conversation happening in like a doctor's office setting. And I also get at home, a doctor's office setting. This could also be something that you're hearing going on inside of a place where that you reside in, like a home environment. It could be a business deal. It could be a workplace. You could be whatever kind of work you do. You could be an essential worker. You are not, whatever the environment is. It doesn't even have to necessarily be, that's the energy that's coming through. It literally could be those interactions in a doctor's office, a hospital setting, or it's something, or it's just something, if you're not in that setting necessarily, someone is coming to you and saying, I heard this kind of conversation happen between, you could be at home and somebody's calling you and they're saying, I could be you're at home and somebody's calling you and they're telling you, I heard this really interesting conversation that a nurse was having with a doctor. I thought it was strange, but should I call the police? So when I said that, you're like, somebody that's trying to tell you that, you're like, should I call the police? They could be asking you for your advice. Should I call the police? Something isn't right about this conversation. So that literally could be that could be something that you observe happen in that environment. Somebody could be calling you and sharing that with you. It just depends on where you are. You could be at work. You could be working at home. Somebody's calling you. They're telling you, this is what I heard. This is what I saw. This is what I observed. This is what somebody else came to me and said to me. This is what they heard, they saw, they observed happening in their own environment. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, Scorpio. So the Ace of Swords energy is here. Ace of Swords, you know what Ace of Swords means? Typically represents an idea developing. It represents a developing idea. But I keep getting like this idea of a conversation or something that somebody told you. It's a conversation, and it also has something to do with something that I heard on the train. Something that you heard on the train, something that you heard while walking, something that you heard while jogging, something that you heard while in the car, whatever. It's some type of mode of on the bus, some type of mode of transportation, cryptic conversation, some type of mode of transportation that you were in. You just happened to be a passersby, and you heard a cryptic conversation that asks questions. So hearing a cryptic conversation somewhere, you may want to ask questions because they're asking the questions pertaining to you. They're asking the questions, they could be pertaining to you or your health, or I also get identity. It's pertaining to you, your health, and your identity. It could also be pertaining to well-being. It's also pertaining to your well-being. I also get social status, your social status, health status, some type of status, but it has to do with a cryptic, whatever environment that you're in. Is a cryptic conversation. It implies that it's about you. A cryptic conversation that's happening, something is implying, or something that you hear that you're picking up, it's implying that it is about you. It just depends. Or some part of it is fairly relative to or interestingly familiar to something that you already have going on and you want information on. It just depends on what's going on. The starting point has the Two of Pentacles. Money. It could be about money. It could be about, I get a payout also. It could be about money. It could also be about a payout. So either it's a payout that's coming your way. It has something to do with a payout that is supposed to come. But I also get insurance. So it's a payout that is supposed to come to you. And it could have something to do with, your own insurance. Like it could be health insurance. This could be, it could be health insurance. It could also be a job that you're working in. However you want to look at the term payout in terms of, but where is it? So as soon as going on interesting with a payout and you want to know where it is. So this could be something that was promised. This could be something that was promised to you by a company. This could be something that was promised to you but from a company. A payout could be, if you're waiting on a payout from a company or like a grant agency or like a loan agency, things of that nature, or a bank loan, it's taking long. It's when I hit bank loan, something could be taking long about a bank loan. Something could be taking long about unemployment. Something could be taking a while to come in for whatever reason. It shouldn't. So when I said that, it shouldn't be taking a while to come in. And that's why I said earlier on when I was channeling, I said, you may want to call or have a conversation. You just want to call or have a conversation with someone to see, what's going on with my money, what's going on with my grant money, what's going on with my loan that I took out from my bank and Chase and Bank of America, and they still have it. So when I said Chase and Bank of America, a Chase and Bank of America loan, a Chase and the Bank of America, they may be holding your loan, but I already filed or I already applied for it. So you already filed or applied for it. Some type of insurance, also some type of payout. Application, whatever it is, you already did it, but taking long. It's just taking a while, or it's like it's supposed to come in earlier. It's actually supposed to come in than they said. It's supposed to come in earlier than someone actually told you that it was supposed to come in. And I just want money back also. You may just want money back also from something. This could be a situation here where you made a payment. You may have made a payment and the payment didn't process. The payment, some type of payment may not have processed, and it may have showed up in your account that it did at the last minute, and that could be where some type of confusion is coming from as well. And there may be a need to just contact your bank, whichever bank that you have, loan agency, grant agency, to see what's taking so long with the funds and the payout that you're supposed to receive. But it's not going to be long. When I hit that, it's not going to be long. So the conversation from the beginning is about that. The conversation from the beginning with somebody talking about something cryptically in a doctor's office, your insurance, and something cryptically, some type of cryptic conversation pertaining to a conversation that's happening really separate from an issue that you have going on here. It does imply that it may have something to do with you or your finances or your insurance, but somebody may be trying to make it seem like it's not. Oh, I understand. So someone may be trying to make it seem like morphing conversation. Somebody's trying to morph a conversation to make it seem like it's not about a direct issue that you're dealing with at hand, like insurance, or trying to make it into their issue. Something going on with your insurance. Someone is trying to turn it into their issue. Something that's going on with I also get taxes. Something that's going on with your taxes. Somebody's turning it into their issue, or something that's going on here with a loan payment, or a bank holding some type of payment for you, but someone asks them to. So a bank holding a payment for you, some type of agency, whatever it is, a bank holding a payment for you. Somebody called your bank and had a conversation with the bank and said, hold that payment until next month, hold that payment until the summer, hold that payment, do not issue out that payment, to him or her until this is cleared. And that could be where a cryptic conversation, but trying to make it seem like it's not about you. So if you're in an environment, and you hear somebody having some type of conversation like that happening around you, there is a chance that it could be about your personal things, or it could be some earth sign. It could be about your personal things, or it could be about earth sign personal things. So that's why the Two of Pentacles energy is there. But somebody's trying to, this could be a conversation that you're having between you and someone else, or between you and earth sign. This could be a conversation that you're on the outside looking into, that somebody is talking about the earth sign energy, funds and insurance and banking and loans and things of that nature. But what somebody's trying to do, they're trying to turn it into their issue, but it's not really their issue. It's earth sign energy issue, or your issue. But I need to intervene. So the Two of Pentacles, you may need to intervene with that. You may need to intervene with that conversation, or that information that you're indirectly being given. Okay, or the earth sign energy needs to do that. The Nine of Wands energy is in the waiting position here also. Okay, so the Nine of Wands energy here, you're dealing with fire sign, you're dealing with Aries, you're dealing with Leos, but they did something. So, but the fire sign energies did something either with your insurance, they did some, but joined in on it. So when I said them doing something with your insurance, the fire sign energies could have joined in on your insurance, or they did tax tie. They did something with your insurance. They also did something, that's what the conversation was about. They did something with your insurance. They also did something, in terms of a tax tie. That's what they went to the bank for. So they went to the bank, or they called the bank to talk about some type of tax information that's supposed to be for you, but put their information with it. They went and they put their information with your information. They called the bank and put your merge. They called the bank and asked for some type of financial merge to happen, some type of tax merge to happen, but it's without my permission. So the Nine of Wands and the Two of Pentacles, the one of the fire sign energies may have done that without your permission, or you could be in the outside. That's what they do to earth sign. You're in the outside looking into. That's what they do with the earth sign energy information, tax information, loan information, insurance, and things of that nature. But why do they need to do? So Nine of Wands with the Two of Pentacles. Why do the fire sign energies need to do that with your things? Why do they need to do that with earth sign energies things? And it's something that may not make any sense, but they have their own. But they feel the need. They want to safeguard. I can understand where their application process. The fire sign energies may want to safeguard some type of application process they're trying to safeguard some type. Will apply to something more than once, or they've applied to something more than once, or use somebody's information multiple times. They also use somebody's information multiple times, or they use their own. It can't apply anymore. They use their own and they can't apply anymore. So what's happening? Whatever it is they're applying for, they apply for something and they use their information too many times. So what's happening here, they may have been fearing that they accepted for a loan. They may have been fearing that they weren't going to get accepted for some type of loan or grant, whatever it is, insurance. They may have been thinking some type of tax situation. They may have been thinking that they thinking that they're not going to get accepted for some type of loan or whatever it is. So what they did use earth sign information. What they did is they used earth sign information or yours to to apply or to set up some type of another application process can't use their own. They can't use their own because something is heavy with them using their own, because it's for one of two different or three different reasons here. They can't use their own credit. They may not want their credit to go sour. That's one. And another situation is that they use it too many times in the system too much. They did something too many times with their own information. So they're whatever they're doing is shown up in the system too much, or if it's shown up in their name too often, that speculation. If something shows up in their name too often, then somebody may end up somebody or a business or a company or whatever it is that they're doing, it's going to end up being a really serious speculation. And that's why they use my things. You're like, that's why they use your things or earth sign energy things, because if it shows up in the system too much, somebody's gonna start speculating like, hey, why is this woman or this guy, or why are these people, why are they applying to this so many times? Why are they using her things? Why are they using his or her things? Why are they using yours? But I feel like you could have given the fire sign energy some type of leeway. You could have given the fire sign energy some type, but they didn't. You gave the fire sign energy some type of leeway with something there, but the earth sign energy may not have. The earth sign energy may not have whatever it is, but thinks that they want to do that to them. So when I said that you may be thinking that the fire sign energy, okay, you may be thinking that the earth sign energy return favor. You're thinking that earth sign energy want to return the favor by trying to, but don't know how to do. You're thinking that they want to return, you're thinking that the earth sign energy wants to return some type of favor, that the fire sign, that they're realizing that the fire sign energies did to them. But somebody's also saying cryptic conversation, it could also be what the cryptic conversation is about. Someone is also saying that the earth sign or you just willingly gave fire, but tired of doing. You willingly gave fire sign energy something. You willingly gave the fire sign energy something, but you may be tired of doing that. But the Two of Pentacles with the earth sign is that the fire sign energies are thinking that they want to return the favor, but somebody's also thinking and are saying that the earth sign energy doesn't file. The earth sign energy doesn't know how to file something, or they don't know how to do or apply. They don't know how to apply for some type of grant. They don't know how to apply for a loan. They don't know how to do these things, but it's the fire sign energies that could be putting in their information. It's the fire sign energies that are putting in. They could be doing that for the earth sign, or they could be doing that to benefit themselves. They could be doing that to benefit themselves or the earth sign. It just depends on what's going on, or they do that with you. They do that with you with earth sign information, or they just do that with you, period. But they also need earth sign. They do that with you, period. But they also need earth sign stuff. It just depends on what's going on. So it could have something to do. Someone doesn't know how to do something properly to receive some type of money. There's that. That's their thought. So when I said that, that's the fire sign energy's thought. Someone doesn't know how to file or do something properly without the assistance of the fire sign, or you don't know how to do something properly without the assistance of another earth sign. You don't know how to do something properly without the assistance of the earth sign, and that could be a secretive thought that the fire sign energies have. Something that you're trying to do, don't know how to do. Something that you're trying to do, you may not know how to do properly, but the earth sign energy may, and the fire sign energy, the fire sign energies may be really cryptic with you and trying to tell you, being really cryptic with you and saying, I think the earth sign energy could do that better, but they don't want to make you feel bad. They may not want to make you feel bad. Or something that the earth sign energy doesn't know how to do. The fire sign energies may have came to you to help. The fire sign energies may have came to you to help you do something that the earth sign energy is unable to do for some reason. But more so filing. It has something to do with more so with filing something, or faxing, or some type of application process they're not well versed in, that somebody may not be well versed in. Are the fire sign energies not well versed in? Are you not well versed in? Or sign energy not well versed in? Whatever it is. It just depends on what's coming through. The present has the Page of Cups energy is here. So the Page of Cups could be a child, or the Page of Cups, I get embarrassment. The Page of Cups energy could be embarrassment. Are you embarrassed by some type of interaction that you're having with fire sign? You could be embarrassed by that interaction. It just depends on what's going on. Or it's an apology. The Page of Cups energy is also an apology. Somebody could be apologizing to someone's child, or it's the Page of Cups energy is your energy where you may just need to apologize apologize, or someone needs to apologize. Involvement. Someone just needs to apologize to you for some, or being involved with something, but then didn't know they were. Someone needs to apologize to you for being involved with something, but at the same time you didn't know that they were. But tax refund, you didn't know fire sign energies were involved with some type of tax refund that you're supposed to get, but that's why it's taking long. So when I said that's why it's taking long, that's why it's taking long to come in. The Two of Pentacles, I applied to this at the beginning of the year. I applied to this at the beginning of the year. We did this at the beginning of the year. Why is something taking so long? But Sag has a Sag that you're tied to has all that, or they have that payment, or they just have that information, or Aries or Leo, whatever fire sign energy that you do business with, or that you reside with. It just depends on what's going on. But they receive refund. They already receive some type of refund. They already received the refund. That's what they need to apologize. The Page of Cups in the present is that they need to apologize to you. Or they need to apologize to, or that same kind of interaction is something that you realize that they did to the earth sign energy. But I was given, so that having that same kind of interaction between you and the earth sign, you may have been given, their refund. You may have been given a part of the earth sign energy refund, or some type of information. For school also, you were given some type of refund, or some type of information pertaining to earth sign energy school, or where they're applying to, and things of that nature. But need to know where they're applying to. So it could be a job. Need to know where earth sign energy applying to for work. Need to know where. But the fire sign energies could be hooking you up to figure out that information about earth sign. Where the earth sign energy applying to? Do they need to take out loans? But why are you looking? So when I said, why are you looking? The spirit said, why are you looking? And that could be a question that's either a direct question that the fire sign energies have towards you. Why are you looking into file? Why are you looking into earth sign energy file? Or the Two of Pentacles, the earth sign, that's a question they have a fire sign. That could also be a question the earth sign energy have for fire sign. Or they may have that same question for you. Why do you need to ask bank? Why do you need to ask the bank for my information? Why do you need to ask the bank for my file? Go into my file. That's something that they do with the earth sign energy all the time. So what's happening, or that could just be you doing that, don't need to do. You could be doing that on your own, but someone is trying to figure out why you need to do that. That's why the Nine of Wands energy, but they're partner. So the Nine of Wands energy is here because something could be going on here with the earth sign energy partner, or your own partner. And your own partner intertwined with earth sign. Your own partner, your business partner, love partner may be intertwined with something, but their partner, your own partner, business partner, love partner, intertwined with earth sign energy that you work separately. They could be family that you work with separately. Their own intertwined with yours. Their own partner is intertwined with yours, and that could be tax refund came from. That could also be where tax refund came from. That could be where a tax refund came from as well, in terms of the fire sign energies having somebody may be unaware of an interconnection between business hospitals. Somebody's unaware of an interconnection between some type of interaction that occurred within a hospital or an office or somebody's workplace, somebody's family members, etc. with tax refund. Somebody's unaware of that connection in terms of somebody receiving some type of tax refund or a loan. It could also be student loans and things of that nature, or student information that you're looking into, fire sign energy looking into. And there's also this element here where someone doesn't understand why someone needs to scope for that, someone doesn't understand why you need it. You don't understand why fire sign energy need it. That's yours, or they need that. That's earth sign. But the only reason why they feel comfortable contacting you for these things is because you're interconnected, disconnected to the earth sign friend. You're tied to the earth sign energy friend. You may know the fire sign energy's friend. This isn't a family situation as well, or people being intertwined and interconnected to family members and things of that nature. Then something's going on where the earth sign Aquarius, the earth sign energy has a friend that's in Aquarian that is tied to fire signs, or they give them money. Fire sign energies give earth sign energy friend that's an Aquarius. They give them that money. You yourself could be tied to an Aquarian energy tied to earth sign. You're tied to an Aquarian that's tied to earth sign. The reason why you know where the earth sign, because of the Aquarian, you know where what the earth sign energy is doing constantly because of the Aquarian, or the fire sign energies know because of the Aquarian. The fire sign energies know what you're doing constantly because of the Aquarian energy. So there's that need to they need to apologize. The fire sign energies need to apologize for that kind of intervening. You may need to apologize for that intervening. They could be the ones responsible. They could be the ones responsible for constantly asking you questions on your whereabouts and information and where you're going for banking and when you're getting returns, or you're asking them the same thing. So you could be asking them the same thing for your own benefit, or you're asking the fire sign energies for that, for the earth sign. But something won't work. So you doing that for the earth sign, something may not be working. Or that could be something that Aquarian discussed. That could be something that an Aquarian energy discussed with you that's happening with earth sign and fire sign. Well, the judgment energy is here in the future right there. And also your instincts has the family affair. The Ten of Cups energy pretty much resides with a family affair. It's your energy and that of Cancer and external Scorpio and Pisces elements here in the instinct, but they need funds. So when I went through all the water sign energies, the water sign energies external need funds. And that could be where, but they don't have their own stuff. I'm looking at the Nine of Wands. The fire sign energies may not have their own things. And for some reason, them not having their own, that's why they need earth sign. Them not having their own things, they support water sign. Them not having their own things, or they can't use, there's a limit to how much they're able to use about with their own information. That's why they need the earth sign energy things. But whatever they need that belongs to earth sign, it's to benefit the water sign energies that are external. And that's why the Ten of Cups energy is there. If that's going on here, that could be something that's just going on here in a family environment, and family environments being really intertwined with business. It needs to end. Something's going on with family being really intertwined with a business affair and personal and private relationships and things of that nature. But so aware of what you're doing with tax. Someone is also aware of what you're doing with your own taxes. Someone is aware of what you're doing with your own taxes or your own tax return. Someone could just be aware of, even if you don't have it yet, or a stimulus package, whatever it is, even if you don't have that yet, fire sign energy from Aquarian, the fire sign energy may have gotten some type of heads up from an Aquarian energy that you're tied to, earth sign energy tied to. You got that heads up from an earth sign energy. You got that heads up from an Aquarian energy that's tied to earth sign. So what's happening is something is toxic about relaying what somebody wants to do with their money. Someone is really toxic about the relaying aspect of what somebody wants to do with their money. And that's what's causing problems in business deal. That's what's causing a problem within a business deal with Sag and Aries and Leos and Capricorns and whatever earth sign energies is there. But more so the Aquarian. So when I ran through that and causing the problems and the issues, something could be going on with their need. Something's going on with an Aquarian energy's need. Earth sign energy need, your need, fire sign energy need. They can't use their information anymore. It's limited. And something's going on that's causing issues. However they're able to use their information is limited. That's also with Aquarian. That's causing an issue with an Aquarian. That's causing an issue with you. That's causing an issue with themselves because they need someone else's things, but not a good time to use. Them needing someone else's things is it may not be a smart idea for them to use someone else's things at this particular time of year. And that's my thought. That's my thought. That could be they don't care. The Aquarian energy may not care. That could also be their thought. But the Nine of Wands, the fire sign energies may do something anyway. It just depends on what's going on. Someone may not care that some type of time period may be wrong or not. It may be either right or wrong to do something. They may not want to wait to use someone's information. They may not want to wait to use someone's information. They're trying to do things. They're trying to do processing and things quickly. Whatever it is, or you may be trying to do process information with them quickly. But notice they have difficulty with. So when I said, you notice that fire sign energies have difficulty with doing exactly that. They have difficulty, either it's like processing a conversation, processing a concept, processing an idea, processing information, period. They have difficulty with. But if it's not theirs, they have difficulty with doing that if it's not theirs, or if it has nothing to do with them. If it has nothing to do with them, you or sign, whoever, if it has nothing to do with them, then okay. If it has nothing to do with them, then they will have an issue processing it. If it has something to do with them, then they'll be okay with processing it. Well, The Two of Cups energy is in the accomplishment right next to the Two of Pentacles. These two twos together that are here. So the Two of Cups is here. This is your energy and that connected with Earth sign. Business partnership. This could be a business partnership that you're trying to form. Don't really want to work with. It's a business partnership with the fire sign energies, but you don't really want to work with, or it's a business partnership with Earth sign. You're asked to work with. It's a business partnership with Earth sign. You were asked to work with them. Do something with them. But that's what the Aquarian said. You're doing something with them. That's what the Aquarian energy said. That's what the Aquarian energy said. They were asked to do something with the Earth sign by fire sign energy. They were asked to do something there. I also get spend time with. They were asked to spend time with someone. By this fire sign energies ask the Aquarian energy to spend time with you. They ask to or keep you distracted, or that's what happened. That's what happened with the fire sign energies and the Earth sign. You know, something could be. That's why I said something could be embarrassing about that. It is or it is not. You know, or the reason. One reason for it also is for you to get information. For fire sign energy to keep them distracted. For fire sign energy to keep Earth sign distracted, keep you distracted. For the Aquarian energy to gather information as well, or it's document information or information like conversation information. You know, conversation information that's happened. But they keep asking conversation information that the fire sign energy keeps asking. They keep asking. They keep asking you. They keep asking. They keep asking. They keep asking Aquarian. They keep asking whatever it is that they keep asking. And it could be something could be aggravating to the Aquarian, to me. Something could be aggravating to you. You know, and that could be why eyeballing what Earth sign doing. That could be why you're eyeballing what an Earth sign energy is doing. However you want to look at eyeballing, looking to see where someone's applying. The heavy feeling earlier on is we're looking to see where somebody's applying and what they're doing. It mess up fire sign. It's something about that could end up messing up something that the fire sign energy is doing. But that's what the Aquarian said. So the Aquarian energy said that if Earth sign joined them, the Aquarian energy said that if Earth sign energy joined them on something, they apply for something, it's gonna make something obvious. If someone's gonna make something really obvious or aggravate fire sign, it's going to aggravate fire sign, or it's gonna make something really obvious to the fire sign, or they don't. Or it's gonna mess up their information processing. It's gonna mess up something that the fire sign energies are trying to process in terms of document information. So if the Earth sign energy, if the Earth sign files something, some type of application, do some type of application process for something, if the Earth sign energy does that, it's going to mess up some type of process that the fire sign energies are trying to do. But it's for their own benefit. That's why I said if it has nothing to do with them, they don't care. If it has nothing to do with them, they don't care. But if it's affecting some type of process, if it's affecting some type of process or some information that they're trying to get processed to the government, whatever they're trying to do, if it has something to do, they're all ears. They're all ears, and that could be why you observe. That could be what you observe. Or that's what was told to you. That's what the Aquarian energy told you or complained to you about. Or that could be what you asked the Aquarian, or you're just on the outside looking into. That's what the fire sign energies that's what the fire sign hooked up Aquarian for. That's what the fire sign energies hooked up Aquarian energy for. So the Aquarian energy may be relaying that information back and saying this is what Earth sign energy want to do. And that is disturbing them. It's disturbing fire sign. For whatever reason. My God. The Nine of Cups energy is there for in your spiritual self. So the Nine of Cups is here. Nine of Cups energy typically resides with that idea, it's cups, so it has to do more so with emotional offers and things pretty much settling for you emotionally. It's a 9, so the 10 of Cups energy is there, but the 9 of Cups, my benefit, 9 of Cups energy could just be your benefit as well, some type of benefit that you yourself could be receiving, some type of benefits in your spiritual self, you know what I mean, some type of interesting benefit that it could be what the fire sign, what they have is right next to 9 of Wands. A benefit that you have is right next to the fire sign. Some type of benefit that you have, it belongs to Earth sign. A benefit that you have, part of that belongs to Earth sign, or it is Earth sign. or some type of benefit that you have. It's not with their information. A benefit that you have that you're given is not with fire sign energy information. Oh, I understand. You may be thinking that it is. They're not giving you all the information. You're thinking that it is. They're not giving you all the information. That could be where you're finding out what Earth sign is doing. That could also be how you're finding out what Earth sign energy is doing, what they said, what they are, what they're doing with information, this, that, and the third, what they're trying to apply to, whatever it is. Because whatever the earth sign energy does is for some reason it's going to interfere or tamper with what the fire sign energies have going on. And if it tampers or interferes with what the fire sign energies have going on, it's going to my benefit. It's going to interfere with your benefits. It's going to interfere with some type of really insurance benefits, like from the beginning, some type of benefit. It's going to interfere with some type of benefit that you have going on, or something that you're trying to receive, whatever it is. And it's money. It could have something to do with money and beneficiary and things of that nature. It could have something to do with that. The mentality has the 7 of Wands energy is there. I don't want to argue. 7 of Wands and the mentality, 10 of Cups. I don't want to argue with family. This could be happening in family with family members. I don't want to argue with family members. I don't want to argue. The fire sign energies may be family members or their coworkers and colleagues. This could be happening in a work, in some type of business deal, some type of business partnership between earth signs and Aquarians and fire sign energies. But they keep taking their things. The fire sign energies keep taking earth sign energy things. Are they taking your things? Are they taking Aquarian energy things? Or they don't care? They use the prop. The Aquarian energy is like a prop for the fire signs. Or they're like a prop for someone. It just depends on what's going on. They may use their stuff also and may not care about it. It just depends on the energy. But you're saying that you don't want to argue with. You don't want to argue with them. You don't want to argue. Pointless argument. You don't want to end up in a pointless argument with fire sign about some type of benefit that you can do yourself. Some type of benefit that you can receive. Some type of benefit that you can do yourself. Some type of benefit that you can do yourself. But whatever they do in terms of benefits is not all with their things. It's with earth sign, but that's what makes it difficult for them to do something. So if the earth sign energies try to do something in terms of benefits, something they try to do in terms of benefits may be difficult for them. But it could be because you're involved, or the fire sign energies got you involved, or it's because the Aquarian energy involved. Whatever it is, and I don't want to argue. You could do something, you could file something on your own. You could get something on your own. You could get health benefits and things and insurance things on your own. You could do grants. And I don't want to. You don't want to do that on your own. You may not want to do that on your own. You don't want to do filing and things of that nature on your own. And that's what you're trying to, or you could be yelling that at fire sign. Why don't they do that on their own? Or they're trying to tell you can do this on your own. Whatever it is, you could do it on your own. You could do it on your own. Or that's their thought to the earth sign. But I feel like they use the earth sign energy things all the time. Because they can't show up in the system too much. Something that they're doing shows up in the system too much. Something that you have shows up in the system too much. The earth sign thing. Whatever, something may end up showing up too much, and something may end up showing up too much in the system with their things, whatever, and somebody's not gonna. That's why the 7 of Wands. I'm not arguing about this issue. What's changing is the Ace of Wands energy, so it could be a creative venture. Something could be changing about a creative venture. Or a creative venture that you want to take is fire sign energy also. Some type of creative venture that you're thinking that you want to take or you want to pursue, or a creative plan, a creative idea. It's changing. It's in a changing, but don't need to do something. It's in a changing position. You may not need to do it, or you're doing it. You're not doing it. But to get away from fire sign, doing it, not doing it has something to do with getting away from fire sign. Or their questions. That's why I said they keep asking their questions, or just physically getting away from them, period. You know what I mean? Or I don't know if they're trying to, I don't know if they could be trying to get away from you. But that's what they do with Aquarian. So them trying to get away from you, that's what they do with an Aquarian. They try to get away from the Aquarian. Or that's what the earth sign, that's what it's starting to do. That could be what the earth sign energy is starting to do, or the Aquarian is starting to do with earth sign. Are you doing that with involvement? You could be doing that with earth sign because of fire sign involvement, or your involvement with fire sign energies that are tied to them. Whatever it is, you're trying to disappear, not respond. You're trying not to respond to somebody. Earth sign not trying not to acquire. Earth sign trying not to respond to Aquarian. Earth sign fire sign energy not trying to respond to earth sign. Somebody trying not to respond to somebody on purpose. Involvement. They're trying to do it because of involvement. The Ace of Pentacles energy is in the resolution. It has to do with a new job, a new gig, and things. You like a new job or new gig that you're in. But it's like, what's scrutinized? The new job or new gig, somebody's trying to scrutinize because it has something to do with information processing. It has something to do with information processing, like document information processing, or somebody conversation information processing. You know, that's why the Ace of Pentacles energy is there going towards the Judgment card. But your placement in a position, has something's going on with your placement in a position. Your placement in a position, like your placement in it, or what you're asked to do and things of that nature. Your placement in a job, your placement in a position, or what you're asked, whatever it is, your placement. You know, your placement in a position. The Seven of Wands energy don't need to explain. So Seven of Wands, you don't need to explain anything to the fire sign, or the earth sign energy doesn't. You know, you got Earth in your chart, or the Earth sign energy doesn't need to explain their placement but that's what they're requiring. So the fire sign energy may be requiring you to explain your placement in some type of situation, but you don't need to do that. Or you're thinking that the earth sign subconsciously. You thinking the earth sign energy does that subconsciously with fire sign. Whatever it is. Explaining placement, why you took up a job. Explaining why you took up a job. Somebody, earth sign explaining why they left. Earth sign explaining why they left, why they took up a job. But the person in the middle is the person in the middle that keeps coming through is the Aquarian energy that relays Sag. That relays stuff back to Sag and Aries and Leos. Why does the earth sign energy have to explain their placement? I feel like there's an element. You may have been also hooked up to observe. I keep getting observe. You were hooked up to observe. You were hooked up to observe what the earth sign energy is doing. Or somebody was hooked up to observe a new gig. Somebody was hooked up to observe you in a new gig that you're in, or some type of position, or just how you react to something. Someone also wants to observe how you react to something. They want to observe how you react. And however, in terms of finding out something, in terms of how you find out what you're not given. Somebody wants to see how you're going to react to something that you're not given. Like something's going on with not being given something, and someone wants to see how you're going to react to not being either not being given it at all, or not being given it not being given something at all, or not being given something at a particular time period or date. And that could be something they want to see. That fire sign energies want to see. So it either could have something to do. It could have something to do with applications and information and taxes and and stimulus checks and money and things, or jobs and gigs and appointments and being given a placement in a job. Someone wants to see how you're going to react. Someone wants to see how you. Then someone's using the Aquarian energy to figure out how you're gonna react, or how you just dealing with something. Period. Whatever it is, or that's something that is happening with the earth sign. That's something that happens with the earth sign energies thing. You know. Or the Page of Cups. It could be you, it could be a child, or it's just I feel like it's just an emotional offer that they give you or you give them. And something about it may not need to happen. Something about it may not happen. It needs to happen or not needs to happen. But as it has a lot to do with a new job, or just having a placement period, being not applying for things and not hearing, or somebody you're not responding. Somebody's trying to figure out why you're not responding. Or somebody's trying to see how you react. Somebody's trying to see how you're going to react if you. Okay, someone's trying to see how you're going to react with some type of newfound information of something, or they want to see how you're going to react to them not responding, or you want to see how someone's going to react to you not responding. Whatever it is, it's really interesting. Whatever it is, you just want to, or whatever it is. So, or that's something that's being relayed back and forth between you fire signs and Aquarians and earth sign. That's just something that's being relayed back and forth constantly. Some being accepted to a job, not being accepted to a job, somebody taking care of you with someone else's information, and not and deciding to cut you off, not cut you off, and insurance, and doing things yourself, or sign, and what they realize, or how they deal with how they deal with earth, with fire sign energy, and using their things, and them trying to do things for themselves, and processing information, and applying for loans, and whatever it is. Somebody's trying to wait to see, or the fire sign energy interacts with you like that, just you by yourself. With they don't want somebody doesn't want something showing up in the system too many times, so they're using somebody else's things. Are you using somebody else's things? Aquarians and fire signs energy. All right, let's look for our outcome here. Scorpio. All right, so there's the sign of Aquarius. Energy is underneath, but they need information. They need information, so it could like be conversation information or document files information. They require from Sag. They require that from Sag. They require that from Aries. They require that from whatever fire sign that's there. They require it. Okay. The Ten of Wands can't get it. The Ten of Wands energy, you can't get it for them if it's something that the Aquarian energy needs. You can't get it from you can't get it from the fire sign energies to give to them, whatever it is. And it has something to do with interacting with someone, interacting with Aquarians, and also get Taurus, interacting with Taurus and Aquarians, and it could be Capricorn, whatever earth sign. It has something to do with interacting with them, and fire sign energy needing you to interact with them to get information, to get files and documents and things of that nature. They don't want their stuff messed up. But you don't want, they could be sending you out to figure out they could be trying to send you there's something that they're trying to do could be taking long to process. So they want to know why. So they're trying to hook you, what's earth sign doing? They're trying to hook you up to find out what earth sign energy is doing, because they're thinking that whatever earth sign energy is doing is messing up some type of slowing down, some type of process, slowing down something that they have that's processing, that are trying to get processed. All right, Scorpio, let me know how it resonates. Be well, take care, bye.